Prue MacSween from Verve Communications Prue. It's so great to see you.
You too, Carolyn.
Thanks for coming in. Now, your winner this week is Tabcorp boss Gil McLachlan. He's put an end to work from home. He's ordered his staff back into the office. You're not a fan of WFH?
Well, not really, because, I mean, he's taking a big gamble, and so he's landed in the right job, obviously. But I just feel if you really want a cohesive team that is going to work together, learn from each other, collaborate better, then they need to be in the office. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't have flexibility, and any employer, as I was, I used to say to my staff, go and get your roots done, meaning your hair.
Thank you for clarifying.
Or, if you need to take time off with your little child or whatever, do it, because you want to keep good employees. But I still think productivity is not going to be as high if people are working from home. So good on him. I know that Amazon's started making noises as well. And I think it's time people said, OK, I'm going back. It's time to grow up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And it's not just productivity, it's also the culture of a workplace.
Exactly.
There's something after so long of being in lockdowns that it's so nice to just be around your workmates and colleagues. And I think it's good for that morale
I agree with
too.
you, 100%.
But unfortunately, a lot of people have got a little bit too used to the flexibility aspect of it. So there's currently a Fair Work Commission debate about this very issue. And last month they started talking about this and whether there needs to be flexibility arrangements within the clauses of contracts.
Yeah. Look, it really annoys me that government or entities dip into your business. You're the one who has the mortgage against your business, you're working ridiculous hours, and to have a third party come in and tell you what you should be doing with your employees really irritates me. I'm sorry.
Well, look, my winner of the week is Mossad. Now, Israel hasn't admitted, as they usually don't, of course, to being behind the incredibly precise and ingenious attacks targeting Hezbollah through their pages and their walkie-talkies, but its spy agency is all over this. I mean, Prue, forget James Bond, they just pulled off the most ballsy operation, pun intended, of all time.
Wasn't it brilliant? Look, I admire Mossad so much, and the Israelis, because they use their brains in warfare. I mean, this was an execution and a conception that was just so amazing, so brilliant when you think about the strategy that was trying to minimise collateral damage with the poor people who are not involved in this, but striking at the heart of these terrorists. And I just loved the fact that they're assuming or saying that even the Israelis set up a whole front to produce those things.
The shelf
it's just so clever. So good on them. I'm really thrilled that they did so well.
I mean, it's tragic. There have been some civilian casualties. It seems a couple of children. That is no doubt tragic. But as Michael Shoebridge was saying before, this is war. And how many civilian deaths have been prevented because of this precise
Apparently, there was something out today, just late tonight, that Hezbollah, there was a leaked document, and something like 890 of their top people were killed. They're not really admitting
I did
that.
see that. It hasn't been verified yet, but it would be interesting if it does turn out to be a much higher number than what has been reported. Now, I want to get on to your loser of the week, because our population has just ticked over to the $27 million person mark. So your loser is Labor.
Oh. Well, I mean, they're losers in every way possible, but in this case, we are sort of losers as well, because we're the ones suffering. Did any of us vote for a big Australia? Did they have a mandate? Did they ever tell us they were going to flood this country with over 1 million people? And, we look around at this country in the big cities, Sydney and Melbourne in particular, where they all come. It's not coping. The congestion, the fact that our hospitals are groaning. We just don't have the jobs. We don't have the homes. And we didn't agree to this. We've never signed up for it, and they have no right to have inflicted this on us.
Yeah, they're certainly not keeping population under control, that's for sure. And my loser of the week is the United Nations. Not only did it ridiculously refer to that pager attack as a terrifying violation of international law, when in fact it was incredibly targeted, It also adopted a ridiculously one-sided resolution demanding Israel withdraw from Gaza. No mention of hostages, no mention of what happened last time Israel withdrew in 2005, leading, of course, to the takeover of Hamas. And, of course, by nature, Australia decided to abstain, which was shameful.
Well, it is totally shameful, but not surprising with the way Labor is trying to, appease the local vote in vulnerable seats. It's just appalling. UN has no credibility as far as I'm concerned, so I'm not surprised that they've gone this way.
Very true. No one is surprised. Prue MacSween from Verve Communications, thank you as always.
My pleasure.